Garima Arya from Drama Bars Company, and today I'm going to share a story with you which is called The Nose of All Noses, written by Meera Ganapathy, illustrated by Nancy Raj, and published by Pratham Books. So here is when we start our dramatic reading. Zahara's Dadima has an unusually large nose. Well, just like mine. I feel my nose is also big. What do you think? But her nose was even larger than my nose. It is quite a thing of beauty. Not only is it large, it also has a big mole on it. You know that black big mole? And it was right here in the center. Perhaps to make sure that no one ever misses it? Zahra's nose is nothing in comparison. Dadima, why do you have such a large nose? Dadima's nose quivers a little before she breaks into a gleeful laugh. Oh, Zahira, mine is a nose of all noses. It picks up scents that others cannot even imagine. Zahra's eyes grew with disbelief. For instance, right now I can sniff the air and tell you. Now, every time Dadima used to do this, there was a ritual. Dadima closes her eyes, her nose swells, her nostrils flare, her mole quivers, and her chest puffs up. Your Ammi is about to make biryani for lunch. Our neighbor is crushing henna leaves for her hair. And the cat has just done a pee-pee. So now Zahira also wants to try this. Sniff, snort, sniff. Zahira tries to sniff out these secrets too. But all in vain. Could you teach me this magic, Dadima? Dadima smiles. When I was a little girl, my nose was trained at my father's old attar shop. If you try hard enough, you can train yours too. She picks up a dusty old crystal bottle from her dressing table. This is from one of the oldest shops in Old Delhi, where attars are sold among jewels to those with fine noses. Dadima whispers. Take a whiff and see where your nose takes you. Dadima uncorns the bottle and brings it to Zahra's nose. Zahra breathes in the dust and achoo! Oops! Be gentle, take your time and imagine. Zahra takes a slow and deep breath. When she closes her eyes, her nose swells, her nostrils flare, and her chest puffs up, just like Dadima's. And when Zahra opens her eyes, she is in a garden. For miles and miles, there is nothing but roses, rows of roses. It is no longer a Mumbai afternoon. It is dawn, and some people are plucking pink roses in the garden. What you sniffed was the Ruhe Gulab, a perfume made from roses in this garden of Kannauj, says Dadima. Dadima and Zahra stealthily follow the rose pluckers to an old brick-walled factory. There, the rose pluckers tip the petals into a great copper pot in a large brick kiln. Dadima and Zahra watch in wonder as the attar is made and poured into delicate glass bottles. such as the one I showed you. Look. Is Ruhe Gulab the only perfume they make, Dadima? Asks Zahara. Dadima pulls out another little bottle from her kurta. Zahara closes her eyes, her nose swells, her nostrils flare, and her chest puffs up, and she takes a deep breath. And this attar reminds her of the first monsoon shower. The monsoon shower attar transports them to a great marble palace where a Nawab sits amid crystal bottles. He sniffs them at great speed, and then hurls them across the room at the even greater speed. A puny man quivers in front of him, holding a casket full of little glass bottles. None of these will do. These smell like the rain, grunts the angry Nawab. Where is the signature scent you promised me? You're supposed to be the best perfumer in all of Awadh. Hukum, I'm sure this is the attar you wanted, says the perfumer, fumbling amongst other things. Unfortunately, Zahara's tummy chooses this moment to rumble. It's lunchtime and she's very hungry. Uh-oh. Oopsie. Who is that? Thunders the Nawab, whose keen ears have picked up the sound. Before Zahara and Dadima can skip away, the Nawab catches them and he catches them sniffing at the bottles he had thrown away. Dadiji, are you spying on me? Asks the Nawab. I would have punished you, but I can see you have a keen sense of smell and the nose of all noses. Come here and help me pick an attar that can become my signature scent. Dadima sneakily drops her old crystal bottle amongst the perfumer's things. She pretends to find it and does a more dramatic version of her sniff. So, her old bottle. And then what she did was she mixed it up with the other bottles. And then she picked it up. She opened it. And she did one big dramatic sniff. The perfumer, Dadima and Zahara wait anxiously as the Nawab takes a sniff from the bottle. Aha! This is exactly what I wanted. What is it? Ruhe Gulab, the soul of roses from Kannauj. This is what the perfumer brought for you, says Dadima. Now Dadima is trying to save the perfumer, right? Otherwise, the Nawab would have punished him. Just then, they hear another distant angry rumble. Oops! What was that, Zahara? Asks Dadima as her nose twitches with worry. That was my tummy, Dadima, says Zahara. It's time to us to head home. What scent reminds you of home, Zahara? Dadima asks her. Biryani, says a hungry Zahara without missing a beat. I have Awadh's most delicious biryani to offer. Khansama, get some for Dadiji and this child. The Nawab commands his cook. But Dadima quietly pulls out a tiny copper box filled with a spoonful of fragrant biryani. They close their eyes, their noses swell, their nostrils flare, and their chest puffs up as they taste And they take a deep breath. And they open their eyes and find themselves at the dining table just in time for biryani. And that was the story of nose of all noses.